Hello, hello, hello. Why is it? There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hello, Teresa. You can hear me, right? I'm going to be asking that for the next 2 days, I swear. Yes. So I'm color finished. I have 4 more images to color, and then I'm going to start my project with some coasters. But I need to get these 2 and these colored, and then I'll be ready to go. So what are you doing? My cup for sale. Christmas journal. I just got the prima. Oh, that's right. That's cool. Hello, Bima. I have oh, fix that little dude's ear. And then I forgot to color his one ear at all. Jesus. Poor little reindeer. Forgot to color around his ear. There we go. There. Okay. Come on. Light. Pink. So while Bima was on, I was fussy cutting. That's what I was doing while Bima was on. Am I the only one doing Christmas? I guess I'm ahead of the game a little bit. That's all right. I'm Halloweened out. The journal did me. The books that I made did me in. There we go. All right. I'm working on a Christmas journal. That's cool. These were going to be. I'm going to make these ornaments. It's my intention. They're all going to have little back and front. I was decimaling them, and then I'm like, Why did I jessel these? I'm going to be covering them with Christmas paper. I don't. Good. Looks good. There we go. Get that done. This gray and this gray. I do. Oh, I want to get my hair. Do his little nose first. Hi, Jennifer. How are you today? Tonight? Hope all is well. That's good. Okay. Got a little nose done. I'm going to put those 3 colors there. All right. I want to do the little reindeer's antlers real quick. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to bed? Hang on, guys. I gotta give the hubby a kiss. They're going to bed. Walking away. Are you walking away? Oh, I didn't see you. I didn't come in my knee when you're done. Oh boy. Actually found a couple more. Oh. I think I'm gonna finish these guys later and start working on what I really want to work on. Good night. Love you. Color lighter. I like color and watching movies. So So my game plan is, and I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. So I got my little pads of paper, pick through whatever color I want. And I want to get some holiday color string out. Oh, that's good. Yeah. This green. That's good. That's pink. That's pink. How about this one? Oops. I'm over Halloween. Oh, sorry, I'm dropping stuff here. Let me see if I have red. Ooh, not much. Not much red left. No. It's got a little. So, it's a matter on string anyway. So what I'm going to do is. Okay. All my images are two. It's going to be front and back. So if it's I'm hoping it goes on a tree and it looks decent. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to use the smallest punch hole, and I'm just going to try to eyeball it, center it, like so. It looks pretty good. And I'm going to put the string in first. If I can find the end here. Not the end. I'm just going to bring it through. If you don't want to unwind. Well, that's nice, Jennifer. If they don't wind down it. Right. There we go. And I'm just going to cut. Hi, Deborah. Like that. And now I'm just going to see. I got some loose stuff in here, so let's use the loose stuff first. And I am just going to get my you ever wonder why you put a color away and then you can't go back in the drawer and you can't find it, so you have to take all your inks out to find it. And you're like, oh, I just used it the other day. Or at least you think you thought you used it the other day, so you think it should be right on top, and it never is. So you have to pull them all out and look for it. That's what I'm doing right now, guys. Again. There. Okay. Why is this unworking? Oh, because of that. Okay. Gotcha. Got it. Okay. Oh. Alrighty. Now I gotta find the brush. There's a brush for that color. There's a brush for that. Alright. Woohoo! Alright. So I'm just gonna take some red. And I'm just gonna give it a little coat on the edge. And you can bring it in just a little if you want. Just in case your paper don't make it around the, if I screw up the measurement. And you got that little layer there. Okay. And like this side, some I gessled on both sides, some I didn't. I'm not going to worry about that side. I'm going to grab this, and I'm actually going to use one that's not got a string on. And I'm just going to go like this. Trace. Get my colors here. I'm going to go on the outside of the line, not right on the line, but just a hair smidgen on the outside of it. I'm going to pull the string up, and I'm going to put this on. Now, I'm going to see what images. I'm going to be putting this on. I'll decorate it as well. Make sure my string is pulled. And if you want, you could probably tape your string down if you want. I'm just holding it, and I'm just going to put that down and press it. Like that. I'm going to put it like that and let it sit for a bit. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. My little scissors. And I'm just going to see how I went over. Just in case I didn't get it all measured right. And I'll just kind of go in with my scissors. And go turn that off. Like so. Now, and I'm going to do the same thing. Sometimes little scissors are not the best friend. There we go. Okay. Now, do the same thing. I got to make sure I got this one lined up because this one's got. Okay. And I'm not worried about what's on either side. So I just go a smidgen over the line where instead of cutting on the line, I just go a smidgen over, not very much. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Oh. Make sure I got the pattern going the right direction. Yep. Pull my string up again. Line this up on the square. Bring up just a smidgen. Finding it down. Trim. Just There we go. Now the fun part, in my opinion, is this part. This next part is I think it's the. So far, you get a little ornament. Simple. Hangs. Now the fun part. So I'm going to put the green guy on this side, but I want to do a little bit around him in the background, something. So get your washi tape out. How many of us have washi tape that we just sit in there? Like we buy it because it looks pretty, but we never touch it. Yeah. So let's go holly jolly across. And I'm going to add some glue to mine because sometimes after a while it doesn't stick. So add a little bit of glue going across. And I really want to make sure I get that holly jolly Christmas in there. So I'm going to line that up right on the top. Press it down. And then I'm just going to snip and I'll even it out in a little bit. Let that settle a little bit. And let's see. Oh, let's do some holly here on the bottom. Because we have the holly on top, holly jelly. We'll put some holly on the bottom. Like so. Let that settle with the glue a little bit. Don't take long. We are so guilty of that, Jennifer. I mean, I have a drawer full of washi tape. I have boxes. I sold boxes full of washi tape. I don't use it. Sits in the drawer, looking nice and pretty. And I'm just going to trim that excess off. Get myself my scissors to realize a little off here. There we go. I'm just going to go down, trim it. Try not to cut into the stuff. And there. These are just simple. They're not, you know. Trying to line him up with the middle of the thread or the twine. And that's voila. If I want, I could outline him, but I'm not going to. I like just the way he looks right now. You could add like maybe a little, sequins or whatever you choose. I didn't get them all out because I haven't found them yet. So then we're going to turn this over. We're going to do this side. And this is the green or the red guy. So you get, so on one side is the green, twist up. And this side will be the red one. And so, I mean, we could use the same holly jolly or but I'm not going to. I'm going to switch it up. So if it spins on the tree, it looks different on both, either side. So let's do some Christmas trees on the bottom. And the striped one on top. Like I said, I'm going to add glue regardless because it's been sitting. May not stick as well anymore. Just a good thing just to do. Put that right there. Line her up. Snip. Smooth it out. Let it settle for a bit. Now these coasters that I'm using, I'm going to see if I have a set. One set said hold them or fold them. They're just little chipboard. And one set they have these birds on each side. And my father-in-law gets these in the mail. The hold them I got somewhere else, but the bird ones, he gets them so often in the mail. And he gives them to me. Not actually good to hold a drink anyways, because they're cardboard. Soaks that right up. But I thought they'd make cute little ornaments. Could even just make it one just look like a present, you know? And I'm just going to snip. I'm just going to line her up again. Press. And you have the little gnome on this side that's red. And the green gnome on that side. And it just can dangle. Or you also could use it as a gift tag on a gift. Like to and from. Mine are going to be ornaments though. You know what? You probably could just put this in an envelope, like so, just as a little friend mail, because it's not that heavy. It only take a stamp to send one out. And I was like, I was going to put like one different gnome on, but I thought it'd be kind of cool having them the same gnome, but colored their clothes different. So when it spins, thanks, Jennifer. And I decided to put the string underneath the package. So let's see what I got out here. Because right now I pulled the loose paper. That's going to be too small. Oh, thanks, Amy. So let's see. That will work. I think I'm going to put this one with these guys. And that one on the other side. Like I said, I'm just using I am not matching even in the paper. I gotta put the hole in. And I'm just eyeballing it for the hole. That looks pretty good to me. There. You been lurker? You're my lurker? I'm a lurker, Amy. I'm privileged. A busy, busy woman there. Busy, 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 busy woman. So this next one, I am going to add. Okay. And I'm just knotting this up, the string up. Okay. This next one I'm doing, I'm going to show you. I mean, you can design these and make however you choose, you know. I'm going to use the little reindeer on with the gnome. Once again, I'm going to pull the string up so that, and I'm lining the paper up to the top so I don't have to trim the top, that I can trim around. Yeah, I know. I know you got a business. See, I have a slight business. You have a business. So I get to craft if I feel like it. Amy crafts to make a look. That's her business. So there's a big difference between me and Amy on that aspect. I mean, yeah, I make stuff and I try to sell it a little bit, but you have to have your monthly paper and your Patreon. That's a lot to handle. I got to give you kudos. Kudos, kudos, kudos. All right. So, got that right there. On a Merry Christmas. I think that I have a happy, oh, right here. Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. It's going to go on the top. And I'm actually going to start at this Merry because this one's cut off and I want a little space. Well, let's see if I can push it. There we go. I'll just maneuver. There. Oh, get back, get back. See. All fingers and stumbles. There we go. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to snip just a little. I'll let that sit there. Press it down some though. Get my little reindeer guy. And I'm going to do his horns really good. And his little ears. And that little tip of this gnome's hat. Gonna line him up like so. Press him down. And I'm going to snip this off of this side. Fix this side as well. Then, here, and find what I'm looking for. There it is. And I love this stuff. I got 2 bottles of it still in my cupboard. It's called Snow Tex by Deco Art. I call it California Snow because I could not find it here. And Teresa found it for me last year. This is my 3rd bottle. This would be my 2nd bottle. I already used one up last year. And I'm just going to add a little bit of it on the bottom to make it look like he's walking through snow. And I'm just tapping with a paintbrush. And then I'm just going to maybe add a little bit going around so it looks like it's snowing. I don't need a lot. Get between his little legs so he's got snow there. And maybe a little bit on his nose. Just get a little bit on his nose. Looks like he's got snow on his nose. Use your finger. Maybe his little nose got snow. Maybe his mittens got a little snow. Top of his hat. Maybe a little bit on his ear. Put some snow on that hoof so it looks like it was down. And there. And this one I'll have to set aside so that dries before I can do the bottom. So we're going to set that somewhere to dry. Close that up. Yeah, holiday seasons are not my best, even being a craft seller that crafts and all. I don't know how well I will be. These I may have in my November sale. But it's the hit or miss. That's my theory on people buy it. It's hit or miss. I mean, you could have an awesome sale one month and then not the next. Because I give ornaments for Christmas to my grandkids every year. I make them an ornament. But other people, they may not. And this year, I think this Christmas season it's gonna be a tough Christmas season for people. Do you think people would buy these? Yes, Jennifer. I think because of everything going on and money's tighter than I'm not making much for my November sale. I'm going to be more. I have a few items, but it's not going to be like usual. Because I'm hosting for Joe and Teresa and Kathy. Yeah. I'm using my images. Yeah. Yeah. Like even Teresa said she may not have much. I'm limited just to so that it's going to be Like, I'm hoping 30-minute, like BMOS, like 35, 40 minutes a piece kind of thing, not a 4-hour sale, 5-hour sale. I can't do those more. It stresses you out. Do a few Christmas items. Yeah. And I know Joe's mom's got some stuff going making, and Joe. I'm just making a few items. Especially me doing BMOS my goal for BMOS sale, and I don't know, is every other month to do a sale on BMOS thing every other month. And it gives me time in between to make stuff, and right now I'm touching on the little bit, like I'm for my sale this side, I'm throwing some kits in I made. So this is my first, yeah, I know, Teresa. I'm throwing these kits out for the first time. I've never did a kit. Or I mean, I made little things. Where you could build stuff, but like this kits that I made this time, I advanced it a little bit. So this is my test run on the kit, on the mixed media kit, or is that in that line? You guys will see if you go watch my video, flea market, you'll see. And if it goes well, I may do a few more. And if it doesn't, then I know not to do it again. This stuff I have this time around, I was cleaning out my craft room and I'm like, yeah, this is going bye-bye. But I thought I'm gonna do a kit and see how well it goes. And like I was telling Bima, I said I'm gonna try to do her sale every other month or every 2 months, just to earn a little extra money. If I need to do a pop-up sale in between, I can do a pop-up sale on my own channel. But I'm just seeing how it goes with the kits, because whatever I make from my little sales is spending money for me. Like if I sell one item this next Saturday, I at least want to sell $25 so I can do Bima's Harry Potter thing. you know, I love Bima's kit, and this upcoming one she's doing, I really wanted to do it. So I guarantee if I didn't have the money and I'm like, I really want to do it, but I don't have the money until this day, she'd be like, okay, it's on its way. She's cool about that. But yeah, I am so stoked to do this Harry Potter one. Yeah. I asked Bima because I'm like, I didn't know what to price it. Amy helped me with pricing that, so we have to thank Amy for that. She gave me a price quote, because that's half my problems. Like, what do I charge? And to come into a kit, I had no clue at all. So Amy helped me with that the other night when I showed Bima what was in it, and Amy. So, and I think it's priced reasonable and affordable. And there's a lot in there. And even if you don't do mixed media, you could still work with a lot in there. Oh, I didn't realize this was ripped, but that's okay. I'm going to put it on there so I don't get covered up. Maybe. Anyways. So, once again, I'm lining up on the top so I don't have to trim the top edge. I can always trim here, and trim on the bottom. Much easier than trying to trim on the top with that string. Pull that string over a little bit there. There we go. Press it down. And a lot of times you have a decent background like this, It's like, what can you do? So, sit down. You might have to trim a little. See, this one I have to trim a little. I try to stay away from the top, but it didn't work that way. In my favor this time. It's okay. I can work it. I can do it. I don't want to cut my string. So I'm just going to go this way. I'll turn it. I'm going to see, I'm unsteady on the top. So I hate trimming the top. There we go. A little bit more there. That don't look too bad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'll put a little glue on the corner here. Trim this a little bit better on the bottom. There we go. And we're gonna put that little dude. See, I think he don't need much because he's got such a cool looking background. But give me a second. I'm gonna find something. And I gotta turn on my glue gun. Oh, my glue gun's on already. So that's cool. I know what I'm looking for. I mean, you come in and you go to my holiday stuff, you don't know exactly what holiday is my favorite. And it would be Christmas. Christmas. And I always hit Christmas sale after Christmas. I don't, very rarely do I buy. Oh, wow. Why was this even in there? I don't know why this was in a Christmas. Look at it. What Riley's been missing. Dude, had a blast with these. I don't know why that got put in my Christmas. Huh. Well, that's going back in the sequin drawer. I don't know why that's in the Christmas. Must have just accidentally got into Christmas for some reason. Okay. Yep. Absolutely. Mine too. Yeah. I mean, and I don't buy too much during the season craft-wise. I usually take a bunch of saving my Christmas money, and I'll go hit the sale after the sale, after Christmas, and get the better deal. Okay, hang on. I'll put the little dude like that down. I don't think he needs much because of the background. I don't want to take away from the background. Teresa just sent me a picture, so let me see what she just sent me. Oh, oh, they're cute. Oh, I like them, Teresa. Cute, cute, cute. So, I have an idea for him. And I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to see. Is I want this Christmas bulb here and here. And I'm going to try to lift this little hat up. I should glue this hat down, but there we go. I'm going to put me a little glue just underneath, and I'm going to try to get his little the ornament look like he's dangling from his hat is my goal. So I'm pushing a string. If it work with me, I might not be able to wind that string up. There we go. Maybe if I wind it a little bit. Let me stay. There we go. Back to putting a little dab just to get off that. Just a little dab of hot glue. Not much, just a little bit. Taking it and pushing it down. Like so. Holding it. So it looks like he's got a little ornament hanging from his little stocking cap. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Nah, yay. So I always can take it off yet. All right, gotta put a little. You like it? So then let's do this side. See, I should have waited. I wasn't smart. If you're going to put anything bulky like this on, do the back side first. But I'll work with it. I can work with it. So let's see. I got let's see. Here is a good way, if you have the small pads that have these, because you can kind of center. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try, see, this to me is too small to use this on, but say you were doing a card of some sort. This would be a good time to use these because you can put him in the center. Just saying. Ooh. But see, I won't be using this because it's got the trucks on. So as soon as I turned that over, ain't happening. So like another example. I mean, I could do like the corner spot, like on this one, just do the corner. And I could put the little guy like this. I'm going to do this one. Let's see what's on the back of this one. There we go. So I'm going to trim the edge off first, so I don't have to worry about that white edge. And I'm going to take this, and I'm keeping all my scraps because I'm going to show you another one I'm going to do here in a second. This one I'm actually going to go right on the line because I wanted to get that square. So usually I do it on the back side that I'm doing, but I did it on the front side so I could see it. And then I am just going to line that up. Use the glue. You can also just do the glue on itself. Do what? And just I'm gonna push my fingers on the top and line it up on the top. And a little bit. There we go. Pretty good. Looks good. Press and let that settle for a little bit. I did it here. And I don't have to trim much at all. Actually, none. So that's cool. Maybe a little at the corner, but not bad. And we're going to put him right there. And let's line her up. And that'd be it. Nothing added. I think it's cool and pretty just the way it is. I mean, if I want to, I could add a little snow, but I ain't going to. And one way looks like that. And if I wanted to, I could add a dangle or find something smaller just to jazz them up a little bit. That's what I got. Let's see. Just a kind of big. I could take a little Christmas tree, so it looks like he has a Christmas tree instead of a ball, just to don't like that idea, but you get my point. I'm digging in my little gizmos and gadgets. I'm seeing what I have. Let's see. I could do like a tear shape, but I think I'm gonna just leave him by the way he looks by himself. I think he looks perfect all by himself. Little holly leaf, because everything's kind of too big. And that looks too bad. But anyway, yeah. So, got one is the little dangle, and then just the plain one. And I could write a message. Like this would be a good one for, like, if I used it as a to and from tag, I could do to Amy from Tina right in the corner. And then they have an ornament as well. All right, the next one, I'm going to do my hole. Just real quick. Eyeballing it in the center as best as possible. I think I'm doing pretty good. And get my string. Hi, Mary. Yeah. So now the next one, I have these scrap pieces. See, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get a piece of ribbon, and you can trim it later, in the center. And I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, hot glue, and I'm going to hot glue my top string down flat. I'm just going to, hopefully it stays. Okay. Then I'm going to take my ribbon, and I'm going to lay that in the center. A little hot glue in the center. Try to get an equal amount on both sides. That looks good. Same as this one, except this one's going this way. Let that settle for a bit. And I'm going to put that to the side. And I got all these scrap pieces over here. So, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to use this and this. Possibly. I should get enough. And get my cutter. And I'm going to go into my cutter. And I'm only going to go a half an inch. But I wanted these right there. And cut. Line them up again. And it'll get me, line them up to halfway mark. And do it again. Oh, I think I'm going to have to replace my blade. It's not cutting all the way up for some reason. So, boom. Okay. Should be able to get one more out of this. And it don't have to be too perfect, you know. I'm not a perfect person. My craftsmanship's not perfect. I try my best. But I'm going to do this separate so I can line her up better. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's why. I figured out why it wasn't my blade. I was catching up on this stamp pad. Okay. So, get your thing back. I like that. And you're just going to go. Make sure you have enough colors. And right now I'm just sloppy fitting. There we go. So I ended up with one extra, which was good. It's Now, you're going to take your glue, and I'm just going to go over now this one up here. I'm going to add a little bit of more hot glue to that spot, and I'm going to press it down. And then I'm going to take, all right, Mary, and line her up and press. Pull my string out of the way. There we go. Yeah. This is a good way to use your scraps. And press. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit and let the glue kind of get it down. Let it don't take long, but I want it to get really on there. What's everybody? I know Amy's working. What are you doing, Jennifer? Mary's lurking. It's been a long day. She's tired. My stole's almost dry, so I could do the back side of this one in a minute. But we'll finish this one. And I'm going to go back to the little Rudolph one. I call him the Rudolph. Okay. Now make sure you don't cut your ribbon. Pull that back and trim. All that off. Best as possible. Okay. That. And the same thing on this side. Get it on this side. I got a little bit. have to work this one just a smidgen different. There we go. And look, it's pretty good to me. Now the fun part. Ooh, I got it. I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to bring this in. And I'm going to bring this one in. Then I'm going to go okay. Yeah, I'm going to go halfway in. Just use some hot glue. Bring that in. And hot glue. And then I'm going to snip. And then I'm going to bring this one in. And I'm going to snip. And then done like that. So that's so far. This one, you're going to go over. I'm not the best bowl maker, so oops, don't pull like I just did. See how I pulled up here? I'm going to fix that. I pulled too much. Don't pull too much. You don't want it ripping, so don't pull as hard as I just did. But I can fix that. Get that bad. Fix that. Beema! Beema's in the house. And I'm just going to do real lightly. I'm not going to pull. And I'm not even going to do a bowl because I really suck at bowls. And I'm just going to go like that. And take some hot glue. I'm just going to press it down there. And I'm going to press it down here. And I'll pull that just a little tighter in the center. And line it up as best as possible. I'm going to put a gobble of hot glue in the center. Press it down. And then I'm just going to snip this way. I'm going to snip that way. Looks good. Then I am going to find me, let's see what I got here. I need to pick up some of these little bows from the Dollar Tree. I love working with these. And then I'm just going to press. It's a gift, guys. And then on the back side, you could do another gift. Or take and add an image. I would personally, in my opinion on this one, I would just get me a piece of cardstock. I am making little ornaments, Bima, if you're wondering. Out of coasters that I have been running around my DIY box for months. Oop. Sticky fingers. And you know what I forgot to do on this? The edge. I haven't been doing the edges. Oops. Just realized that looking at this one. That's all right. And that's not a major. So let me see if I can find my stamp real quick. Oh, this one. I don't. Some white paper here. Oops, there goes my 10 colored pencils real quick here. Okay, let's see. Red. I got gluey fingers here. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't go down. Yeah, I gotta grab my other one. I forgot the ink. No. I don't like forgetting to ink. No. I don't like that when I do that. What the hell? I'm gonna open this whole thing and I'm gonna spot it as soon as I open it, ain't I? Yep. Oh, okay. Ouch, I almost just stabbed myself with a pencil. That would have hurt. I mean, a lead pencil? That wouldn't have been pleasant. Just saying. Too funny. That's funny. Excuse me. I just grabbed this one. I don't think it don't look too bad, but I'm gonna decorate it. So ooh, let's use this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel like sound like that monkey in a zoo. Ooh, ooh. Like I said, I always glue my washi tape down. I don't trust it. Could have went the long way too, but honestly, I mean, you don't have to know. Depending on the washi, you can get away with going the long direction. Oh, I'm cutting Santa's face. Yeah, exactly. There, you got a Christmas ornament that looks like a little gift. I think it looks like a gift. You guys think it looks like a gift or no? I think it looks like a gift. And you can put that on a gift itself to and from, you know? And then they can have it to hang later. Let's finish this one. These, like I said, these are all these little coasters. My grandfather. Wow, my grandpa must be thinking of me in heaven. Yep. My father-in-law gets these coasters in the mail. I bet you every like 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Once I got, I think 4 sets. I think they're from the Boys Town. He donates to Boys Town. So but I bet you can find little coasters in the craft stores easily. Exactly. Yep. Chipboard, scrap chipboard. Yeah. I just, that too. I mean, I've had these sitting in my stack in my DIY. I got this size, and then I got these. And I don't know, there's a fourth one missing. Because there was 4 of these, and I haven't found it that actually are. And I must have had some plan that I gessoed them. Some are gessoed, some are not. And I'm like, what was I thinking? So I don't. There was came across them the other day, and I thought, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Like, shut up and deal. I have no idea. And if I really wanted to, I'd steal some from a buddy from his bar. I'd be like, Diamond still has connections to the bar she works. So if I wanted coasters, that's where I get my guest checks. I'm like, hey, I need some guest checks. Oh, go take pack. Yep. Simple, simple, simple. Just cute little Christmas present. DIY. I should do a series on, I should rename this and do a series. Inexpensive little DIY Christmas things, you know? You want to give a gift, but you don't have a lot to, spend. Use what you have, kind of thing, in your craft space. Sorry, I was getting warm. I had to take off my sweatshirt. Jennifer, you like Bima says, if you have any chipboard, you can make them too. They're, let me measure. Let me get my ruler here. I had my ruler. Put it away. I forgot to put it away. Hang on a second. I'll tell you what size these are. I have so much on my desk right now. How do we function? Okay. Put it away. The coasters that I'm using right now are 3.5 by 3. Well, 3.5 by 3 3/4. So you could even just go 3.5 by 3.5. And yeah, 3.5 by 3 3/4. And makes them out of chipboard. Now the bigger one is 4 and 4 by 4. That's weird that these are 2 sizes. But yeah. Dear Santa. I'd never look for coasters in a gift craft store either. Like I said, these father-in-law just sent them down to me, and I must have had other plans for them at one time that I have them some gesso and some not, so I have no idea. And when I was messing with my little gnome guys, I'm like, I got an idea. I know what I'm doing. And that's where this came about. You can use any image, of course. Yeah. Line my little dude up. snow out. He will have some snow on his feet too. Smush, smush, smush. Smush, 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 smush. Smush, 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 smush. Go get some on his other hoof there. I'm going to do his back on a little bit. Looks like it's snowing. A little bit on his hat, horns. And this one. Okay. Put a little thick. Where's my third one? There we go. I don't know why everybody's quiet. Somebody needs to get me on a subject. I can chat. So there's that one. And that's this side. And I got the little gift. And then to and from tag. And then you got this little gnomey dude. And then this one. Like I said, you could do a to and from on this one. And then there's this guy. And this guy. And I have a whole stack to do. So what's over? Let's see. I'm making Christmas cards now. See, Teresa's on a Christmas card gig. I will be on that probably next week. I got them all cut out to do Christmas cards too. It's all Tina's fault. She's crafting away. Sorry. Isn't that what this is supposed to be about? And now I got 20 minutes to talk with you ladies because my fingers got a lot of glue on and I don't like that feeling. So I'm going to sit here and chat with you. And okay. See. Just remember, BMO's having a sale on Friday. And then we have the flea market sale on Saturday. And I believe her sale is 12 Eastern. Or the Pacific. Pacific. Her time. 2 o'clock Central, my time. 3 o'clock Eastern. And 1 o'clock Mountain? Or 11 o'clock Mountain. I don't really know. Yep, gnomies. I like gnome. They're all little gnomes. I love gnomes, Amy. See, there's a gnome. Candy cane gnome. That's a Christmas tree gnome. There's another candy cane gnome. Candy cane gnome. Christmas tree gnome. Little reindeer gnome. I wish I could find a gnome driving in a little red truck. But I haven't got that lucky yet. Look at this little one. I gotta finish coloring him. I got a whole bunch to color yet. Yep. Al's is Thursday or Friday. And the flea market where crafts by Teresa, Tina Pages, myself, and Denise, I believe, is on Saturday. So save your money. I'm poor. No. Yep. The two Tina. I love gnomes. I have a thing for gnomes. Gnomes, red trucks, and campers. I have no idea why either. I get the red truck because my kitchen's farm and I always had a red truck somewhere in my, but I love the red truck. I've loved the red truck for years, before it was even populated. Campers are cute because they go with the red truck. Gnomes are just cute. I have gnomes that sit out in my living room all year. I have a weird living room decoration thing, guys. It's weird. You come into my living room. One wall is looms, as in the bird. One wall, and then it goes, the square. My living room's pretty much square. One wall is loons. Then you go, the L shape is fish. Back to the one wall, it's grandkids, fish, and cows. And gnomes are here, sitting here and there. And so are my little trucks. Yeah. I'm not the best decorator in the world because it's a Mod Podge. My kitchen is cows and red trucks. But my living room is just a little bit of my personality. I like looms. They're my favorite bird. Fish is me and Scott. We both like fish. So we did our living room in fish. And then I came across these beautiful loon pictures that one print, if I'd have bought it new, was $500. And I got it around myself for $30. This girlfriend of mine actually got it. Because she had to buy the print, frame it. She paid like $150 to $200 just for the print of this loons, and she couldn't believe when I told her I got it's big picture. Yes, it brings me joy. The big picture of the looms, and then I got 2 small ones, and Scott got the whole set for me for $50. The lady held them for me to go get my husband. Like Emmett says, it fits me and Scott's personalities in our house. And you walk in, you could see Scott's part of the living room because he's got his motorcycles and the shelf of all shelves that has a little bit of everything on it. Yeah. There's no theme to our living room. No theme at all. Wildlife, maybe. But other than that, there's no theme. My kitchen has a theme, though. Our bedroom has a theme. Our bedroom is tigers. Scott loves tigers. So when he moved, I left. In my bedroom, in my first apartment, when Scott moved in with me, I didn't have anything hanging on my walls in my bedroom. I didn't care. Scott moved in, all tigers went up, and it kind of just followed us to the next house. My bathroom is lighthouses. I have a thing for lighthouses. I like lighthouses. So I did my bathroom in lighthouses. And our hallway, go down our hallway, one wall is family pictures. The other wall on the other side is buckskinners. And my great-grandfather's traps are hanging in the hallway. Big 2 pictures of buckskinners. My purse from my rendezvous days. This purse my mom bought me and I added stuff to it. I can't wear it because it gives me my shoulders. I should get it. This thing's gorgeous. It's rabbit fur. It is so yellowed. My poor bag. My mom had this made for me. So yellowed. But it just didn't. I added all this beads to it. And then after my brother passed away, I was given this cross. So I hung that cross on. And then somebody heard that I was hanging crosses off my bag. So I got that cross given it. And then this guy made me this cross. And then, this stone right here. It's called a bloodstone from South Dakota. Some Native American gave me that. That's on there. And then I have all these beads. Here's another cross I was given. And these are all glass beads that I've been given. And then it makes a sound because these make sounds when they hit. Yeah. So everybody, this bag turned into a little everything. Yep. And these are glass beads. These are not cheap beads. I mean, And then there's another cross. All on cross. See, these are glass. See, this one got broke. Yeah. So my mom bought me the bag. Just a simple little leather rabbit fur bag with leather. And that's what I wear when I do my rendezvous. But that thing gets heavy because it's probably the beads. And then Scott got me this for my anniversary. This I wear. It holds my little buck knife. Goes right there. It's that hangs around my neck. And then put something in there that I don't want the public to see. Two smokes lighter because it fits a nice lighter. See? Well, it didn't fit that one. It fits my mini one. But yep, that is stuff I use when I do my living history. Rendezvous era. What I mean by rendezvous is the 1740 to the 1800s. Buckskinners. When the guys came over here and went beaver catching and whatever. Me and Scott do that. I can be that. Some clothes I get away with real simple. Others I got layers. Here's the last cross I was given from a buckskinner. He made it out of nails and wire. Isn't that cool? Okay. He was a blacksmith. He made the nails. He was a blacksmith who made the nails and took that wire and wound it all around her. It's so cool. The talent to that. I couldn't do that. Okay, see. You're up late tonight, Marina. So I have a few, I'll do them off camera. But, just little simple, cute little, I think they make cute little gifts. Little ornaments. Little DIYs. I have a stack full to do. Use your imagination and run. I mean, you can use any image or even a sticker. Do you have Christmas stickers? Decorate them the way you want and go for it. I think so. I mean, you don't have to put the same little image like I did on each side. You could do different images, different stickers, whatever you choose. These are my printed. I did a test and it sucked. These are colored images that I copied and printed, and they just don't look right. So I thought I ain't gonna waste them. So I'm using them on ornaments. Oh, I hate when that happens. Know that one all too well. I went and started watching the Senate thing. I tell you, if you want to go to sleep, put on our government stuff. I watched it for like 45 minutes to an hour before I fell asleep this afternoon, and I was listening to all these guys talk. And I'm thinking, what the hell's this got to do with this lady getting this damn job? I mean, is she good for the job? Then give it to her. If not, she can't control the future. No. But I think they met their maker on this Amy chick, these senators or whatever that are handling this. But yeah, watch that. Go watch our government, Marina. It'll make you sleep. Just letting you know. Guided meditation works too. But I don't know government. I'm not going to claim I know government, but I was listening to this hearing. I listened to it a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, and I'm thinking to myself that it's just a political stand. It was just like, I mean, people don't like Trump. Okay, we get it. You don't need to keep saying it every time you went through a Democrat. You could tell Republican, Democrat. You get the Democrat up, they'd slam something about Trump and keep going, And then you get the Republican, all nice because, And I was thinking, they used it as, to me, every one of them used it as a platform to get, because it's a voting season, of course, they used it for a platform for their own gain. Because there was nothing that I thought they were discussing that was relevant to this lady getting this job. Just saying. I could be mistaken, but that's what my opinion was. But it was boring as hell. It was sickening, in my prison, that our government has come this far. Sad. And I dig because the American, what gets me, and it's for both parties, Democrat as well as Republican. The American people want this. The American people want this. Well, I'd like to know because I'm an American and I'm trying to figure out how they know what I want. And nobody come and knocked on my door and called me and asked me what I wanted. Empty seat. Yeah, the last one was Lincoln. He's the last president that waited till after the election. I heard that today. But it's still up to the president to let it go if he wants to. There has this, and I'm trying to think, they said today, there has been one other president. The last president to let it go until the last election was Lincoln. Everyone since then has not. I'm trying to think who's the last one that did it in the election year. I don't remember if it was Carter or Reagan, they said. But it's one of those two. Yeah. I found that out today. I did not know that until today. I was like, oh, that's interesting. My logic and theory on this, if it was a Democratic president, this is how I look at it. I feel like I'm in kindergarten. If it was a Democratic president doing the same thing, they wouldn't be like, oh, they're okay, yeah. If it was a Republican president, like it is, you have the Democrats whining. It'd just be reversed. They'd both be whining about it. That's all that is. Tit for tit. Because that's all I see. Our president is in there for 4 years, not 3.5. He has this right. It's his constitutional right. This woman did not die in 2021. She died in 2020. And he's still president. So he has the right to do it. I know people don't agree with me, but that's the way I look at it. They're worried about is because that they're more worried what her opinion of is because of the Obamacare hearing coming up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The last president actually that waited to fill that seat in the Supreme Court till the election was over was Abraham Lincoln. Every president since then has filled that seat, regardless if it was an election year or not. Yeah, they were saying history facts today. I watched it. And I was like, and I said, she didn't die when a new president or the new electrical president's in. She died this year. Trump's still president till what, January? So it's his duty to do it. And I don't care if that president was a Republican or a Democrat. It's his duty. And like I said, if the Democrat would have been a Democratic president and did it, the Republican would be whining. And due to the fact we have a Republican president, the Democrats are whining. That's all it is. I felt like I was listening to these people, and it's like listening to little kids in the playground going, "Not my mom, no, you took my ball." But I laugh because this lady that Trump picked, she's a smart cookie. She has no notes, no nothing. They asked her a question, was all on the top of her head to answer. And they tried to trip this one Democrat, Minnesota Democrat, whatever her name is, tried to trip her up a couple times. Didn't happen. Yep. They're just using. I guarantee if Trump would have waited till after the election, win or lose, he still had the right to pick a new person to fill that seat. He could have waited till after the election and said, I picked this Amy in November 5th. They still would whine. They're trying to, and it's in the Constitution that the serving president, how did it read? The seating or serving president at the time of a death of a superior judge has the right to pick the new supreme person to go fill that seat. So he's not breaking the law or doing nothing wrong. They're just using it as a Kovac, and we should be worried about Kovac, and we should be worried that seat should be filled for the upcoming president. No, that's not how it works. They want to change history. They want to change they want to change. I'm thinking, y'all worried about Kovac now? You've been arguing for months. Yeah. All I've seen is they've used it for a platform the last day and the hours, or I watched it for 3 hours earlier today, and then I watched it for 2 hours yesterday, and all I saw was a bunch of people using it as a platform to get their new president elected, especially Democrats. They were just slamming Trump. She can't control what comes. The thing is this is my logic on this. And I know people don't like talking politics. This Amy gal was looked at for her credentials, her education. Okay? That's why he picked her. She's a smart cookie. She's a wonderful, what I read and heard today, this woman's got it good. She's good. So I forgot what I was going to say. She can't control what comes out of Trump's mouth. History in her history is she goes by the law, the Constitution. They can't fault her if they can't find a fault on her where she has not did anything that would not fall under the law. And when they'd ask her question, she'd answer it. They wanted her to step out from doing the future hearings in November. No. That's not how they can't dictate. And she won't answer. Because she doesn't know. And this is basically what she told him is, I don't know the case. I cannot give an opinion on a case I do not know yet. And I was like, yeah, show 'em, girl. And you could tell they didn't like that. They tried to use some paper she wrote. It was just, I was thinking to myself today, listening to these idiots, as I'm going to call them. They're idiots. They claim they're there for the people of the United States, but they're really not. They're only there for their own gain. That every one of their history or how they were in the college and all that. What paper they wrote back in the heyday. Maybe they should go back and look at theirs as well before you hold the seat in Senate. You know, don't get me wrong, Trump's not the best man in the world, but he had the legal right to do what he did. So they're making a big deal out of something that he has the right to do. Yeah. I found it interesting when I watched this thing, our history of the Supreme Court and how many judges appointed, when they were a judge, and judges as appointed and when they're appointed during election year or not election year, and who waited till after the election. The last one was Abraham Lincoln, and I can't remember if it was Carter or Reagan. That was in an election year when he had to replace the seat. So this is not the first time. They're just trying to change his, like the one reporter said, they're trying to change tactics in history to fill their own agenda. And both sides. And they think, and this is how he said it, and I'm like, I'd agree. They think that they're making the American people stupid. They think we're stupid. Like one of them, senator asked her, "Can you guarantee us that da-da-da-da-da?" And she's like, "Nope." And the look on their faces. And then the one senator says, "I guess our country's headed to hell." And I'm thinking, have you looked outside, people? So you're going to put this on this lady's shoulder because she's not agreeing with you and wouldn't like give you an opinion? I thought she was cool. I like this Supreme Judge, this nominee or whatever you want to call her. I don't think they're used to that in that state in out there. I would never get along with people that try to talk down to me like they do. Yeah. I lost my audience, didn't I? Because nobody's commenting. Tina got on a roll. I told you, get me on a subject. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. Yeah, exactly. Her religion doesn't matter to me. It's freedom of religion. Hello. Yeah. Because they're all worried about Wade versus whatever that is. I kind of read about that today. It don't make sense to me, but whatever. On a ruling. I guess they've been arguing that up in courts for years. I was like, Jesus. Roadways, Wade or whatever it's called. I didn't realize, so I looked that up today, what exactly it was. And I'm like, Jesus. I believe it's self-choice. I don't believe in that myself. I'd never do it myself. But there comes a point when you're in your pregnancy, it's too far along. It's a human life. I don't agree with this. Come out of the vagina and let's kill this child. No. Nope. Nope. I mean, what gets me, Roe versus Wade gives them the right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Have you ever gone and read the little thing on Wikipedia about that? Do it once, because you'll be like, what the hell? Yeah. Because I was like, what are they babbling about? So I went and looked it up. Joe told me what it was, but I went and read more about it. And I was like, and it's been argued for years. This is my theory on this Planned Parenthood too. Their asses can go to the Planned Parenthood to get rid of a baby, but their asses couldn't go to Planned Parenthood to get on birth control. There should be no reason in this day and age for pregnancies. You got the day after pill. You got free birth control. Hello. I mean, yeah, pregnancies happen. Don't get me wrong. And I don't think our government should be funding Planned Parenthood. Only if you are handing out birth control. It should not be funded to kill a life. Because then you get on these like this, people are in their uproar, the death penalty. Because the states shouldn't kill people. Countries shouldn't, United States shouldn't kill people. But okay, you have that on a death thing, but you can kill a baby. Because, it's still in the womb, so it's not a baby. Well, when does it become a baby? Yeah, I've been watching a lot of this stuff this past week. Or reading, and I'm looking, yeah, hello. Uproar about death penalty. They charge a person for an extra murder if you kill a pregnant woman. I mean, there's a lot to that. It's like, hello. Do I believe it's a woman's choice? Yeah. But I believe that's a woman's choice. You only have up to so far along in your pregnancy when it stops being a choice. I wish this was thinner. Yes. If somebody's raped yes. Too broke to have a child, you shouldn't have sex. Yep. Roe versus Wade. Yeah. I didn't know much about that, and I didn't. When I read that today, I mean, because they added, I couldn't get over. Okay, it was back in 1970. Is that what I read? In the 70s, I believe. But it's kind of, they added things to it throughout the years. There's different definitions, like here, there. It's like, why change it again? That's what I'm not getting. That's my thing today. When I was reading and I'm thinking, why is this up in an uproar again? Why are they even discussing this now? Why are they changing it again? So who's getting cut back somewhere? Who's getting money? Because why are they even worried about this again? I thought it was like settled. Because somebody found something that's unconstitutional about it. Yeah. I don't know. It just, when I was reading it, I was like, what? I thought this was settled back and blah, 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 blah. Like I said, we live in today's society. There should be no reasoning. Okay, because Pence wants to limit all abortions, even in the case of rape or incest. Because possibly Supreme Court justice wants to abolish Roe versus Wade. Okay, that's why it's up in an upper. Because I was reading, like I said, I was reading it on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is not the best solution to find something, but it gives you a good idea. And I was thinking to myself when I was reading it, going, why are they even discussing this again? So Pence, our vice president, wants to limit all abortions in case of rape and incest. Oh, now see, yeah, rape and incest. I wouldn't want that baby. because it might have some weird effects. I mean, I have a friend of mine that's had 6 abortions because she chooses to she's not a friend of mine, a friend of a friend's. She's had 6 abortions because she just chooses to have sex. That's just nasty. I get it. No. Catholic Supreme Court judge would make it easier. Pence is elected following Trump. Yeah. I get where you're coming from on that, but I don't think she's going to be that type. The impression I got, I don't think she's going to. I think she's by law a lot by her law, by the Constitution and our constitutional and all that. I think she's really by the books on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it's up to you, but I think, like I said, I personally wouldn't do it. But I don't think 6 months in a pregnancy you have it's too far along. I think there should be a time limit. And Annette, you're stuck. What? Yeah. Now everybody's gonna probably get mad at me because they heard my opinion on that. Oh. But, I mean, I have wonderful children. Neither one of my pregnancies were planned, especially my first one, my daughter, but didn't even go that direction. Unless there is a significant danger of the child mother. So then why do they keep saying they want to do this long term right after 9 months they could kill a child? To me, that's a human life then. It should be put for murder. Because I heard that one. And I'm thinking, that's crazy. Yo. I know it's a touchy subject. It's a young subject. Because we're all older adult women here. You get in this conversation with my daughter's age, oh my God. It's crazy. And I'm one of these, this day and age, unplanned pregnancies, there should be no reason. Diamond's got something up her hoo-hoo that's good for 5 years. Whatever the hell it is, I don't know. But I said, and I said, women can't, if it's good for 5 years, why can't all women be on that if they're scared, if they're going to have sex? Then they have to worry about unprotected sex. Well, that's still up to them. So, but it should be a woman's choice. And like, yeah, exactly. It should be a woman's choice, Diamond. But after so many weeks, that little mass turns into arms, legs, and a heartbeat. But I'm an old geezer, she told me, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Just like I asked her, when's the last time you watched our governor speak? She shut up. Because I usually watch our governor every day. He comes on and does something. I kind of watch it to keep up. Does it make sense at the time? Oh, hell no. But I watch him. So I asked her that. When's the last time you watched the governor talk? Up, up, up. I said, then sit the hell up, girl. Because I watch them daily. Half the time I wonder what the hell he's talking about, but I watch them. I'm 48 years old. I'm talking the age difference from my daughter to me and the way we think. Because I look at what the way these youngies, as I refer to them, think compared to how we think. Because we've lived longer. They think they know. Like I told them, y'all think you know it all. You haven't even lived yet. I watched this guy walk around a campus and interview these campus people. And it was women. And out of, I say, 100 women that are interviewed, 75 have never even held a job yet. So how can they give an opinion if they've never worked outside? They've been students. They haven't worked. I was like, what? They're, how my, that's how I feel about you. What? What the hell's the word I was going to use? Not trust fund, grant babies or college, where you get grants, youngins. Oh, youngins? Yeah. Scholarships for, they haven't lived in the real reality of everyday world. But they have an opinion like they have. Youngins. The entitlement era. They're entitled, as my father-in-law says. But youngins. Yeah, I'm a youngin until I hit 50. Then I'm an oldie, I was told. So I got 2 years. Youngin. Okay. So on to a different subject. I wasted almost 20 minutes talking about that. But yeah, today when I was watching it didn't make any sense. None of it made sense to me. I was like, what the hell is... Joe told me what that one was, but... And they were talking about the black money or black hole or whatever money. And I'm thinking, you all got your hand in a cookie jar. Don't even go there. You all getting cutbacks and something under the table. Don't even go there with me. I was listening to this one guy. I'm like, oh, don't give it up. You all getting write-offs, cutbacks, wherever. From one place or another. Scott thought it was funny. He couldn't figure out what I was talking about. I'm like, listen to this guy. He goes, they're all getting money from somewhere. That's why they can live in $1 million houses. Give themselves raises. Okay. American people need to know the truth. There is no truth in politics. You want to hear something really funny? My mother-in-law has been gone for 12 years. Okay. Almost 13 years coming November. She hasn't voted because she's dead. Got an absentee ballot in the mail. That's messed up. Yep. If you were older, you'd be more aware of what women went through before. Yeah. I'm like I said, I personally don't believe in it. Abortion. I don't believe in abortion. I think there's other alternatives, adoption. Okay. I get back in a heyday, as I'm going to put it. You didn't have the choices that we do now. I can't figure out why they keep arguing something that I thought was settled back in I want to say 70s. It was in the 70s. I can't remember. But I think that it shouldn't be, 9 months. I don't want this child that's been in my tummy for 9 months. I'm going to kill it because to me, that's not right. And that's what I was hearing. I'm like, are they kidding me? I could see up to so many weeks into a pregnancy. And if you're raped or incest, yeah, totally. But you can't. I mean, when you have a girlfriend of mine's friends, she's had 6 abortions. That's not right. I don't. If you don't want to, and that's what I told her. Why doesn't she get herself fixed if she keeps getting pregnant and doesn't want children? Go get the procedure done. Then you don't have to worry about it. That's not right. There's also. Like I said, I didn't know what it was exactly until today when I kind of read about it, and I was like, why are they even arguing this again? Why is this even going through the motions in the courts? Why are they so paranoid? And I didn't know. I'll be honest, I didn't know. Of everything going on in this world, they're worrying about this. Or packing the court or whatever the hell they're calling it. That's. No wonder nothing gets done because they keep arguing everything in Washington. But yeah, I didn't know. So I was a child. I was born in 72, so yeah. But yeah, I get the back in the heyday. Let's say the heyday. Regardless, no matter how you feel, women, your friends should use it. Yeah, I understand that. She's not a friend of mine. She's a friend of mine. Was just in conversation, and I'm like, oh my God, that many? And I'm like, wow. You would think it would mess up her body. I don't even, yeah. Yeah, I get it. I do think it should be a woman's choice, but I think after so many months, you don't have that choice anymore. That's where my point is. Well, like I said, I was like, why are they even, They're all paranoid that it's going to be overturned or something. Is what I got out of it. And the Obamacare thing. That's all I heard. Obamacare, and this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think what's unconstitutional about Obamacare. I heard that one today too. That's going to be on the 11th of November. So about Obamacare is unconstitutional, and they're arguing that, and they're all paranoid about that. But I like, what the? How far along is she? I don't know. This is a friend. This is a friend of mine. We were talking about the same subject we're talking about today. And she goes, "I had a friend that had 6 abortions," and I'm like, "What?" I didn't know you could legally have that many. For one, and I'm like, "How does a person have 6 accidental pregnancies?" Okay, maybe 2, but 6. You know. And she keeps. And she has. This is what kills me. Is I said, "Does she have children already?" Yeah, she has 3. I'm like, "Is she Catholic or something that she don't go on some sort of protection or get, No." I'm like, "Yeah." I did. I'm like, "Okay." I just kind of shook my head, like, "Okay." You know, that's some people's lifestyle, I guess. It's her lifestyle. But it's crazy. Mm. I'm just saying she's had 6 abortions in her past. I don't even know her. I don't even know her name. She's a friend of mine told me. And I'm like, it was insane when she told me that. I thought it was crazy, nuts. That she's had that many. And she has children on top of it. Not married. Yeah, kind of gal. Is that ever? And I'm not to judge somebody, but I just think that's not. It should be not a norm. It should be a norm. And it seems to me that's the impression I got, that it was just a norm. I'm pregnant. Oh, I gotta go. Yep. 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 When I asked my friend, how do you know that? She goes, because I'm the one that drove her. I'm like, oh my Lord. Yeah. See, it's lifestyle. That's what that one is. Oh, la, 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 la. I find all these little gadgets. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Oh, I got a little kitty. Let's see. So, shrink. Brands. Oh, what did I get on that? Oh, shadow. See, I'm talking to myself, guys. I'm talking to myself. Oh, a couple snowflakes around here, maybe. Ouch. I think he looked cute. Holding a pipe in his hand. Oh, snowflake. Everybody left me because they didn't like my conversation, I guess. I guess it's a touchy conversation. I'm sorry. I was just saying, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think in this day and age, there should be no reason for it. Not in the day and age that we live in. Feed women hands are full. I mean, I'd like the statistics when it comes to the one thing, and then I'm gonna drop the subject on the abortion topic. Statistic wise, how many people are getting abortions that are getting it because of being raped or incest? Or how many are using this as a get out of free baby? Because, you know what I mean? I know it's probably wrong of me to say that, but like I said, that one gal that had 6 abortions, she just had sex and got pregnant. Oh, I don't want this child. Boom. I can go get rid of it. I mean, that's, yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't think our own government should be covering the cost of an abortion. I do not think. If they're not okay with the death penalty, then they shouldn't be killing abortions either. I don't think we, as taxpayers, should be funding that. I mean, we're a society that care more about dogs being hurt than we do human lives. We're full, taking a break now. Yep. So what's everybody doing that's watching me who didn't leave me because I got on a conversation? I told you, find me on a subject I can rattle away. You're not getting it. Yep. What am I not getting? That our government is telling us what we can and cannot do to our own bodies. I get that. Terrifying the hags. Am I terrifying the hags or are you terrifying the hags? Terrifying the hags. I am terrifying Hank. What are you doing? Going to her home, scaring her when she's looking the other way? Going boo! Or you got your eyes closed on a bridge. Nope, telling her the reality of our current politician situation. It's terrifying. It is terrifying. Like I said, I didn't get it all. I had to look it up. And my thing is, why are they still even having this discussion? Like I said, I don't believe in it personally. I do believe a woman should have a choice, but I don't think it should go long-term pregnancy and still have that choice. There's got to be a cutoff period. That baby that little mass turns into a human, even if it's riding in somebody's tummy for 9 months. You know? No. And it shouldn't be in back alleys, like Dorothy said, with a coat hanger. Totally agree with that one, too. It should not be that way. But I do not think our taxpayers and ourselves should be funding it either. Because then we're no better than this is my opinion only. And you can't, they have an uproar over the death penalty. People don't like it. People don't want to do it. They don't want to. And that's what I'm saying. How does it one wipe out the other when you look at it? You kill somebody, you go to jail, you may get death penalty in some states. Yeah, it's a crazy subject. I know. I'm sorry. But that's the choice we have in the United States. We can have our own opinion. People can disagree and agree. I'm not going to like you any different. I hope you don't like me any different because of it. What do you think of that one? Cuteness. See, I got off subject big time. And I'm sorry. I apologize. And maybe it's because I've seen so many people use this system that pisses me off when you have a hardworking man. You know, y'all been there. Yep. But I didn't know Pence wanted it totally out. Like I said, that whole thing just was whatever. We all. I guess because I look at there's a lot of other alternatives than that alternative. Thank you. All I know is when I was watching this hearing, I was trying to figure out what does this have to do with this woman getting this job. I was thinking, I thought she was like, I was looking at it like, okay, this is how I'm going to tell you how I looked at this whole thing. We go to apply for a job, and that, and we get asked questions where we go to school. You know what a typical job interview. That's what I assumed this was going to be, and all I saw was these Republicans and Democrats slamming it back and forth, and I'm thinking, and all you heard out of her is I can't give basically an opinion on something I don't know the case, and I'm thinking, what a waste of time and taxpayer dollars. It's all that was going through my head today. Because nothing was about her education or values and that's what's like, why are they discussing a case from 1970s? I'm going to have to look that back up. I know it was 70. I remember reading 70. That's where that thought came from today. That's all I kept on thinking to myself. What the hell's this got to do with her if she can handle this judge job? You hear what I'm saying? Thinking, no wonder things take so goddamn long in Washington. You know what they need to do? They need to take all the men out of that senators. Say the wrong thing so they can say she's that's it. Okay, thank you. I said to my husband, I said they needed to dismiss every one of those people in that little room, that senators, male or female, and put freaking mothers and housewives in there. You have to have so many children to be on that panel. It had to be married for so long. Because I tell you, housewives and mothers we don't put up with shit. My husband just shook his head. I'm like, seriously, Scott. I said, remember what your dad said? If the wife and mama not happy, nobody happy. You know? That looks good. Nope. Ooh. Boom. Alrighty. But anybody start Christmas shopping? I have done 6. What's that? 6 up on my shelf? Yep, 6 on my shelf. By the time December hits, I'll be done. Got Riley almost done. Got the one grandson done. I have to figure out what I'm going to buy the youngest grandson. He's not even a year old. So, Allie wants clay tools. Not clay tools. Sculpting. I can't say that word. Sculpting tools. And she wants not the little, I don't know where I'm going to find this. Yep. She don't want the little bricks. She wants a big, big brick of clay. So she can sculpt around it and, I don't know, a horse's head or something, a dragon head. I don't know where I'm going to find that. Like a pound of clay. brick of brown, whatever. I don't know where I'm going to find that one. No idea. So, that's where that is with that. I'm going to use pieces again. Oh, I'm going to hit myself. What the hell's I going to do? Oh, yeah. Coda. He can't make up his mind what he wants for Christmas. So I'll figure that out. I give up on that one. I told Diamond, just tell me what he wants in December. You'll be the only one I'll be buying for in December. Riley's easy. She's 4. Baby dolls and Minnie Mouse. Or I can't remember the character. Okay. Ouch. Where am I from? Wisconsin. Green Bay. Right down the road from Lambeau Field, matter of fact. Less than 5 blocks. It's easy to get in my house. I can hear them when they play. I'm a Midwest girl. Born and raised, not born and raised here in Wisconsin, in Green Bay, but Wisconsin. Where I grew up, you'd blink. I grew up in a city you'd blink, you'd miss it. Little town. Yeah, I have those little finger dabber things. I just don't remember you. I don't. Once in a while it hurts. I'll grab it. Mostly doesn't faze me. Yeah, I grew up in a township. You'd blink, you'd miss it. Indiana? Yep. Indiana. Been there a couple times. Yep. You were born in West Ellis? Oh, cool. Yeah. That's where my aunt and uncle lived. My great aunt and uncle. Yeah. Yeah. And Scott's uncle lives, Scott's aunt and uncle still live there. I'm from Stiles. It is Minneapolis City, unfortunately, Cherry, small town. I miss actually living where I grew up. I miss what I had when I was a kid there. Now today it's much bigger. But I went to school in O'Connell Falls, Wisconsin, which is small town too, but it is so different compared to when I grew up. I mean, I lived on a dead road and all my neighbors I had a great uncle, There was 20 people on my school boat. That's it, My graduating class was 25 people, small, Now, when I went to my goddaughter's graduation, there was like 125 kids graduating at the same school I I didn't graduate, but would have graduated at. It took me so long. I'd ask my husband, "Do you think it's okay for Diamond to go do this?" And he goes, "Are you crazy?" Because I was small town. We're in a city now. I'm like, so? No. I'm like, oh. Like, no, she ain't going on and doing that. I'm like, oh, okay. Like go to dance at the pavilion and or something. It wasn't a school dance. We have a thing called Bay Beach here. And there was this dance, and he's like, no, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And guess what? I'm kind of glad he said no because there's a big fight there, anyways. You know, so it was different childhood. My kids grew up in a city. I wasn't a city kid. I was a farm kid too. I'm gonna have to fill my glue again. And so it's a big difference in childhoods. I baled hay during the summer. My kids had a summer off. You know, I lived with my grandfather after my parents divorced. My kids had both their parents. So my kids had a different different childhood than me. Not that their values are any different because I did raise them. I do question them once in a while because they're strange to me, especially my daughter. I love my daughter, but I sometimes shake my head. Oh. Georgia, Florida line on the coast. That's it. Yeah, like I said, I miss where I grew up, but it's not like when I grew up. It's like everybody from Green Bay or, the cities moved to the country. I was the country mouse that went to the city. Because that's where my husband was from. My husband's from here. So, I have a cat. But my husband's from Green Bay, so. And that's where we stayed. I moved here with my daughter's biological father and never went home. I never went back there. I stayed here. Much different than Michigan. Yeah. Green Bay's changed too. I see it every day. Never been in Wisconsin? Green Bay's not the same as it was either when I was a kid. Nothing is. There's more crime. Like we just had another shooting here in Green Bay. See, I told Scott, I've come to realize the more, I've been living in Green Bay longer than I lived in my small township that I grew up in. I moved here when I was 19 years old, and I'm 48, and I've lived here since then. But Green Bay is, I don't know how you want to describe it. It's like they care about the west side more than they care about the east side because the west side has Lambeau Field in, so we have that image to keep up, okay? Because it's like, it's very diversity, I guess is the word, because you can go the east, you're all on west side, you'll see family homes, nice homes. The closer you get to Lambeau Field, it looks tidy, they're really on you. Keep your yard cleaned up. You have a city inspector out in your yard if you leave your garbage cans out on the curb an extra day than you're supposed to. Yeah, it's really bad. You get on the west side, it's like slummy. It's the best way I can put it. Then you have the little Mexico and you have your little China, those little Mexico, and you have the Oriental section, and then you have the Puerto Rican section. It's all on the east side of town. It's like weird. And I never noticed it until I don't know what made me look at it. We were headed to the west side for something, and I never really looked at it before. And I'm like, wow, this is just. I guess because I got Green Bay local police up on our Facebook, and I get a notification and alert if something's happening. And I noticed how much and our news don't tell you. It's weird because if it wasn't for the police group, I'd have never known there was a shooting on the west side or the east side this past Tuesday, or we're on Tuesday, Monday, Sunday going into Monday, that the guy is still wanted. They're still looking for him. But it wasn't even on our local news. And I'm thinking, why is it all on the east side? And I asked Scott that. Well, I didn't know this. We have a gang in here. We have a gang in Green Bay, and they're east side associated versus west side because our police force watches the west side more than the east side because of Lambeau Field. They want that image of the small town homegrown football team. Mm. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But yeah. Race-wise, it's a mixture here. Yeah. But I don't think it's right that they patrol one area versus the other. I think it's wrong. Yeah. Because I think if the crime rate's on one side of the town, they shouldn't be patrolling this side so much versus the other side, in my opinion. But I don't make those, I don't know why or how they do make that decision. But yeah. Oh, I shut my glue gun off accidentally. Every night. Damn. It's getting worse here. Okay, I'll admit that. I've noticed more shootings. We had a drive-by not too long ago that I don't know, because I said to Scott, is it because there's no consequences for these people's actions that you hear, or is it because you hear more of it? I don't know. I mean, I see more kids on the street at this time or like midnight on, and I'm thinking, do these parents know where their kids are? See, and that's what I said. I mean, we had vandalism big time going on this summer. Garages being hit, vehicles being, spray paint, man, it's just bad. And when they finally caught, the kids were 13 and 14. Thinking, doesn't these parents know where their kids were? I knew where my kids were at that time of night, 17 and under parents are being held accountable, being poor as yeah, exactly. Yep. And I wasn't a strict parent. But see, I always put it in my daughter's head, and you can ask if my daughter was here, she'll tell you. You better be where you will tell me you're going to be, because I may show up at any given time to make sure you're there. And I'd do it once I'd let it go for a while, and then I'd randomly go see if she was there. And then one time she found that she wasn't there where she told me she was going to be. She got busted. And she got grounded. And she got grounded for a month. But my kids were home at 10 o'clock. There was no midnight curfew. I didn't care how old they were. My daughter was 18 years old before she was out the door past midnight. Nope. Unless there was like a school dance or something, then there was an exception. But an everyday weekend, no, you're home at 10. She hated it because she had friends. Well, Joey's mom can stay out this way. Well, I'm not Joey's mom. I'm yours. Like if they went to a movie and the movie was done at 11, there was exceptions. But if she was just going to a friend's house, no, you're home at 10. And it wasn't 5 after 10. I mean 10. I think like right now with kids not being in school, uh, um, I see more kids on the street right now, and I'm thinking, and I keep thinking in my head, why aren't they in school? And then I realize, oh yeah, there is no school. So you got kids not having nothing to do, parents working, so they don't probably know where their kids even are. You know, it's society we live in right now. It's and then it's the way it is. But when we had to stay at home order, I've seen more kids out, and I'm thinking, I thought we were all supposed to be in our homes. I asked an officer, he told me if he stopped his patrol car for every kid that he's seen on the street after the city curfew, he never get anything done. He says if they're just not causing trouble, he don't worry about it. He goes, we wait for the phone call. I'm not going to stop my patrol car. He goes, because a bunch of kids are out at midnight. Because I think it's midnight here on the weekends. Curfew under a certain age. I don't know. But he gets a call, then they have to deal with it. Other than that, they don't deal with it. Because they'd waste half their night dealing with that. But when the vandals got reported, when they finally caught them, the one was 12, 13, and 14 years old. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, and I don't know how they handle that case in the courts. I really don't. Do they go after the parents? They must have to. I mean, they messed up a lot of vehicles. It wasn't just spray paint. They'd smash windows out of garages, smash windows out of cars. It was terrible. I mean, they'd hit one section of the city and then they moved to another section of the city. I'm thinking they're walking all this. I still think there was an older teenager to that, because one night they'd be on this block area and then it'd be in 10 blocks to another area. I'm thinking there had to be somebody who had a car. I still think that, because I'm thinking, how do you get a 12, 13, and 14 from this section of town over to this section of town doing the same crime? You didn't listen to that until you came mandated? I did. Well, I was sick. I had bronchitis and some sort of other bronchitis, and then on top of that, a lung infection. And I was ordered before it came out that we had to stay at home. I was told by my doctor, "You are not to go anywhere." And I'm like, "Why?" Because I was so sick. So didn't phase me. And then one day I went out, my husband's like, "You can't get out of the car." And I'm like, "No, I just want to get out of this house." I felt like the dog stuck in a vehicle, looking out the window at all the people passing by. Because I needed to get out. The walls were eating me up. Oh, cool. I'm digging in my bag. I found some string I'd like to use. Here's my Christmas string. I knew I had Christmas string somewhere. I pretty much stayed. I missed the first Easter in my grandkids' lives for the first time. But I missed it. Missed being here. My daughter, we FaceTime. She said when they did, because I always do an Easter egg hunt for them. So I got the Easter eggs out. My husband went and went to the bank, got me all the corners. Okay. All right, good night. So I FaceTimed. Oh God, I've been on here 3 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna call it night too. I like a snowflake. I'll finish this one and then I'm gonna call it a night. Come on, I want that snowflake one. How many still have it in here? You know, if I'm gonna go through this whole pad and not have that snowflake one. Oh, that would suck. Oh, look, right there. Yes. Yep. Okay. That. Come on, get my glue down. I gotta refill this bottle already. I just swear I just did this. Come on, in my last one. Okay, put that down. Press down, press down, press down, press down, press down. Okay. Okey dokey smoky. Okey dokey smoky. There we go. Boom. And I'm gonna blend that out. And there. And there. And there. Hot tamale right here. And I'm going to lay it down. La, 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 la. Press down. And put it down there, like so. Get off that. Looks pretty good. And you go right in the center. Down. Boom. Oh, I got too many left. And then I'm done. Cool. Well, I think they're cute. So them are my coaster ornaments. I think they're cute. I got 2 more sets to make. Or no. Well, I can make 2 sets after that. So I'll color 2 more images. Or I think I'll make them gift tags. Like this one. Make the other ones gift tags. But I'm going to call it an event. I've been on here for 3 hours. I probably lost a lot of audience already. Put my glue bottle up here. I tell you, I like this little glue bottle, but it sure empties fast. Oh, you serious? Come on. I'll do it the easy way. Why even try? It's beyond me. Because I know when I go to grab this, I'll be like, dang it, I forgot to fill it. I have another one of these running around. I should fill more than one. And if I have that happen again, I don't have to do it. But there we go. Oh, got glue. So I will talk to you all later. Thanks for stopping in. I know it was a touchy subject tonight, and I apologize for that. But we're allowed our own opinion. That's why we have the freedom we do in this country. As always, be happy, be kind, be safe, be funny, and crafty. And bye for now, everybody. Good night.